there's a lot of people throughout the country that are doing some great things, right? Obviously, we start off with doctors, nurses, the people on the front lines. You know, there are people that have died trying to save others with this coronavirus. And there are so many people throughout the country, CEOs of large companies, that are doing some great things. And listen, I gave the MyPillow guy credit. I gave all the CEOs of all these companies credit for stepping up to the plate and doing a great thing. No question about it, right? Yeah, I disagree with the way it was handled at the press conference yesterday, but that's another subject. Yes, we do need to congratulate those that are doing great things. Even people that produce their own porn, ladies and gentlemen, are helping others. That's right. This man's name is Chase Poundher. It's a great name, by the way. I love it. And Chase has done his own private porn with his girlfriend. We had him on the show a few months ago. I think it was like a month ago, actually. And now he's decided to drop the price of the VR porn game Nympho Trainer VR so more people can afford it. And he's donating 100% of his profits to the 3 Square COVID-19 Emergency Food Fund. Really, really cool stuff. So we wanted to have him on the line to really talk a little bit about that. Chase, thanks for joining us, my man. How you doing?
Hey, thank you so much for having me back. I had a great time last time, and it's going to be really great to get the word out on this subject.
On a side note, I did watch your video, by the way, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. Your girlfriend is extremely hot, so I wanted to start off by saying that. Congratulations. I'm very jealous of you. But, no, in all seriousness, what you're doing here in donating 100% of your profits, it's a great thing. So can you talk to me a little bit about that? What made you decide to do this? And just talk to me a little bit about this donation.
Yeah, I would love to. So as you know, I do work in the porn industry, obviously, and I thought I'd really try to utilize this industry for good. So my girlfriend, Little Squirtles, partnered with my virtual reality game development company, V-Release, to launch a brand new campaign we're calling #ContentForCovid. We launched a website yesterday, contentforcovid.com, and our site is offering bundle packs that include a Little Squirtles video. And yes, it's porn. You would probably love it. It's a great VJ video. And my company's fully interactive virtual reality porn game titled Nympho Trainer VR. And as you said, we aren't donating a portion of the profits for this site. We're donating 100% of the profits for an entire week to 3 Square COVID-19 Emergency Food Fund. And we have options to buy this bundle for $20, $50, or $100 on the site. However, they're all the same bundle. The additional options are just if you want to help more. So I just got to say, I'm not affiliated with 3 Square in any way, and I just happen to truly believe in what they're doing and help any way I can. They're an amazing Southern Nevada-based organization, and they're very efficient at feeding people in need right now. In fact, they're so efficient, $1 equals 3 meals for people in need. But we aren't done yet. At the end of the week, I will be matching all donations through our site, contentforcovid.com, with my own personal funds up to $20,000.
Wow,
that means
that's great.
Contentforcovid.com is currently the best way to donate, period, right now.
That's awesome, and you should be commended for that. And, you know, there are a lot of people like you, thank God, that are whatever occupation they do, whatever their hobbies are, they're turning that into money to help people that are suffering from the coronavirus. So I have to ask you, how are you dealing, and your girlfriend in Las Vegas, how are you guys dealing with this pandemic that has taken place?
It hasn't been affecting us on a life level too much because we already stay in. We do the usual quarantine. We started this way a long time ago. I guess the main thing that has been killing me is knowing how this whole thing was going to unfold for months and not being able to do anything about it. And I feel like I'm trying everything I can. Like, I'm not a politician. I don't really have any social pull. And I'm trying to do everything I can to not only get help to people, also spread awareness. And I feel like everybody really has to step up the plate right now and do this. One of the advantage of this site is your $1 is now generating 6 meals since I'm personally matching your donation. So, I mean, not to mention you're getting great content. I mean, the video is probably the best BJ video on the internet to date. I am a BJ connoisseur, and I can tell you it's fantastic. It's over 25 minutes long, and you're getting a fully interactive porn game.
Somebody else who's a connoisseur is my co-host, J.D. Sharp. J.D., go ahead.
Yeah, so Chase, what are your thoughts on the fact that you've got the major city of the United States, New York City, has almost 50,000 cases, 76,000 cases just in New York State, but Nevada, tourist destination of the world, especially Las Vegas, They've got 1,044 cases, 17 deaths, 750 of which have taken place in Clark County. Do you think that why do you think that we have not been hit as hard as other major tourist destinations across the United States?
Yeah, well, I think we have. I still think this is a testing problem and a numbers problem over anything. I think this is way bigger than we even know about, even in New York still. I think these numbers are way off. I think they're way off, and I think we gotta expect that they're much higher.
We've done the. I mean, we've done the testing math here in Vegas. I believe 14,000 have been tested, and about 90% are testing negative. So testing is taking place here. So you think there's maybe a lot of asymptomatic cases in Las Vegas, or mild cases where people aren't getting sick enough to actually go to get tested? And if that's the case, doesn't that drop the mortality rate?
Yes, it will. But I don't think you should be avoiding this problem. This is a huge problem, and I don't think we're going to peak till early May. So we're still at the very beginning of this fight, and it's going to be a weird pulsing of, stopping everything and starting everything and stopping everything, trying to get a hold of this thing. I think this is just starting.
Have you paid attention to the potential treatments, not just the one that was touted by Donald Trump, obviously the hydroxychloroquine, it mixed with the zithromycin, but also the blood antibodies from patients who have recovered, as well as remdesivir, the HIV drug? Have you paid attention to any of that, and which one do you think is the most promising?
I have, and it's so tough to get any legitimate information right now, and that's the one thing I've been struggling with at the very beginning here. There's so much contradicting information out there. It's really tough to get an honest grasp on it, and I honestly don't think we're really going to know. I'm not too hopeful on this malaria drug. I mean, it seems like what it was originally developed for, it kind of just failed multiple times. The only thing it's ever been successful for was animal studies, and so I'm not too hopeful on that front, but it doesn't mean we can't, fight this and find some way to get around this. But I would not be pushing all of our money hoping that the government's going to find some cure for this and it's going to go away. Right now, as of March 25th, the 3 Square Food Bank's demand for food is up 40%. There's well over 300,000 food insecure families right now in Las Vegas. The whole population's like, 650,000? That's a massive number. That's a massive number.
On a lighter note, we wish the coronavirus would go away, but something that has not gone away is the use of porn and people watching porn. I would imagine at this time where we're all quarantined, to be completely honest with you, porn is probably up 10 times what it normally is. I'm just making an assumption there, and we're joining by a man who probably has the best name in I guess you would call it, what would you call it? Home porn. That would be Chase.
I believe it's amateur.
Yeah, amateur porn.
Yeah,
Chase, his name is Chase Poundher. It's a great name.
It is outstanding.
Yeah, it really is creative. And Chase and his girlfriend are doing a fantastic job with the videos, of course, which I've watched profusely. But also, he and his girlfriend are going to be donating profits, 100% of the profits for the full week of this to the 3 Square COVID-19 Emergency Food Fund. So he really is doing a great job.
All right. Hey, Chase, what's up? It's Jason, producer that booked you on the show. How you doing, man? All right. So, while these guys are talking, I just popped up, pun intended, contentforcovid.com. And I just want to make sure everybody's real clear on what they're getting in these bundles that you're selling, okay? Yeah, you get the little Squirtles porn video titled Quarantine and Chill. Now, that's the original video that you talked about a month ago that went viral, right? That's the one where you dress.
This is a completely
that's different. Okay.
Sorry. Yes, I got to.
No. I just want to make sure that we're all clear on this.
So that was the comedy video meant to go viral and create awareness. This is just good content. This is
This is the 25 minutes of BJ. Okay.
Yeah.
This is a new video. Okay. So now, okay.
Yeah, new video, not really related to.
I'm sorry.
There's facts in this. There's no pitching anything. It's just good content.
Okay, little Squirtles porn video, Quarantine and Chill, and then a Nympho Trainer VR porn game. Now that's the collaboration with your virtual reality. Can you explain a little bit about that? Or I don't know that you did, but can you explain a little bit more about?
Can I just say one thing? You said I have to correct Poundher on one thing. It seems to me that there is catching and pitching. So you said there's no catching. I just wanted to correct you on that. I'm sorry. Go ahead. It was a horrible joke. Okay. Go ahead.
So Nympho Trainer VR is built from the ground up for virtual reality. However, you can still play with a mouse and keyboard if you don't have a VR device like a Vive or Oculus Rift. However, if you play on VR, this game is by far the best virtual reality porn experience out there. This is full room scale. You know, you can walk around your virtual environment. You can pick up objects just like you would in the real world and use them on your model, I guess we could say, the kitty girl model in there. And it really is the best interactive virtual reality porn experience out there right now. It's a fantastic game, and it's normally $34.99. So you know we're price dropping it for this event, bundling it together. But
you can get this bundle. Okay, so I'm looking at the website again, and the bundles you can basically get the bundle for as low as a $20 donation. Is that correct?
Yeah. Let's just break this down. The game itself is $35 normally. And the little Squirtles video is $15 normally on our site. So you're getting $50 value for only $20.
Gotcha.
Oh, yeah, and you just donated 120 meals for people in need.
Right. So you can donate whatever you want, but you have the option here through PayPal, $20, $50, $100, but no matter which one you choose to do, you donate, and you get the bundle, which includes you get the Netflix, the Quarantine and Chill video and the virtual reality porn game.
For the record, the only porn game that I've ever purchased in my life, it's a game called Boneville, and the object of the game is try to get boned by as many people as possible, and they keep track of your score.
I did play. I used to play Leisure Suit Larry back on the computer back in the day. Chase, how many views does your first video have?
The first video across all platforms is almost 2 million. On Pornhub, I think it's at like 400,000. I actually haven't checked recently,
goodness!
But
I have to ask you, how does you and your girlfriend feel that over 2 million people have seen both of you naked and seen your schlong? I mean, how does that make you feel?
For this call, I mean, I was doing it anyway, so it's like now we're channeling it for good. So why not? I mean, I don't really care. I've never been shy. I don't really care too much what people think. I do what I want, and I have a good time. She has a good time, so why not?
You know, Chase, you're not a sex doctor or sex specialist by any means. Obviously, you are a porn star at this point. I would call you a star, despite the fact that you are an amateur. Can you explain how it's possible to have a sexual relationship right now, or a sexual even one encounter in a situation like this with a stranger that is not your wife, that is not your girlfriend, that is just kind of a one night stand? How do you pull that off and protect yourself from getting the coronavirus today?
That is a good question. Have you ever seen The Naked Gun? Have you seen that?
Of course.
Yes.
Where you completely
O.J.
wrap
Simpson
yourself in giant condoms and they roll around in the bed.
I remember.
Pretty much
That's
that.
funny.
I would not be hooking up with anyone right now during this crisis. That's what porn's for. You can stay inside. There's plenty of toys. Toy sales are up like crazy right now. Sex toys are. Sales are just through the roofs, and that's what you do. You stay in. You got your technology. We should be so fortunate. We're in the best time in all of history for something like this to happen. You know, everybody's complaining about quarantine, but in reality, we're luckily at a time we can keep living our lives. A lot of people can go remote. Now, that's not everyone, which is why it's a big deal. But it's a pretty decent scenario for what we are in compared to any other time.
Well, I got to tell you something. Because of your videos, our producer is on less edge. He relieves himself. So we want to thank you for that. He's in a much better mood because of your videos. I will. Also...
I don't normally pleasure myself to guests of the radio show.
Tommy, we had Tommy.
I got to keep that.
No, it's happened at least 5 or 6 times.
So, Mr. Poundher, that is not true. I'm a professional here.
So
it's show research only, and I wanted to make sure that the good people of Las Vegas.
By the way, for the record, that's not true. That's not what you told me about Jim Marchand. Anyway, moving on, I want to give you an opportunity to plug your products, for lack of a better term, so to speak, Chase. Just talk to me a little bit about your website, about your products. How do people find you on social media? And let me just say this once again. It's a great thing that you and your girlfriend are doing. Even if you are not a big porn person, this guy and his girlfriend are raising profits to help people with the coronavirus. I don't care how you do it, so long as it's legal. I don't want people doing illegal things. I don't care how you do it. As long as you're doing it and you're raising money to help people, you should be commended for that. So go ahead. I want to give you the opportunity to do that.
Thank you so much. Once again, the site is contentforcovid.com, and we're also trying to spread this as much as possible on social media, on Twitter, on Reddit. If you have any communities you're part of, please share this. Hashtag contentforcovid. explain, what you bought, what you purchased, and why it's going to a good cause. I mean, if just the three people on the air bought the $20 pack, that would generate 360 meals for people. That's just 3 purchases of $20.
Yeah, that's
and
important.
You're getting an amazing DJ video, over 25 minutes long. Little Squirtles did a fantastic job, and it is truly the best DJ video on the internet today.
Chase, last question. I just thought of this a second ago. You mentioned people that are in need of meals. You've got the homeless situation in Las Vegas. We've seen what's taking place where you have a lot of homeless being basically spread out amongst a parking lot, it looks like. We have the hotel. We have the hotels here, but the virus apparently is airborne, and putting X amount of homeless people in one enclosed space is probably not the best idea. What do you think is the best solution to basically protect the homeless from this disease?
That is such a tough question. I'd really have to think about that longer, but I've seen those images, and it is truly a terrible situation. And I didn't know if you're going to wean into it and suggest like using the hotels or something in the meantime. But to be honest, I don't really know how, that could just be a terrible thing, like keeping people on a cruise ship where they all share the same air and ventilation system, and it could just spread it. It's truly a really tough problem. I will say what I've seen from the pictures, I feel like the spacing they've chosen is not good enough. The big thing with 3 Square is I do notice since all the protective equipment, even for the hospitals, is running out, they don't really have anything at these organizations. I just got my hands on 60 masks last night, N95 rated, for $6 a mask, which they're incredibly hard to come by. And that's not a massive amount of masks, but this is going to be enough when I go to 3 Square. I can bring it, equip some of these people with this gear so they aren't spreading it too. Because their lines, trying to feed people is the same thing as your parking lot, where, they're pretty dense. They're trying to follow, these social distancing things, but it's a very tough challenge, especially with such a mass amount of people. Mm-hmm. And now, they aren't just dealing with extreme poverty anymore. They're getting a huge increase in the middle class needing assistance due to all these layoffs.
Chase, I can't thank you enough for taking some time to join us. Thank you for the good work that you're doing. And people should also recognize that you are a Las Vegas local as well. You're doing so many great things to help the good people here of Las Vegas. Thanks for your time, my man. Say hello to your very hot girlfriend for me, and look forward to catching up with you again, and congratulations to all your success. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys, too. This is a great time.
Thanks a lot, Chase.
Look forward to this interview being put up on Pornhub, by the way, because our last one was. I'm very proud.